Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Philosophical Journey, where I delve into the questions that are given to me by coworkers, friends, family, and the viewers such as yourself. So, yesterday I was talking about why it is that I still play video games at the age of 25. Today, the question is coming from a coworker of mine, actually. She found out I play video games still, and then she found out my age. The question posited by her was, why do I play games that I have already beat? And now, with her example was not games such as Call of Duty, where you beat the campaign and then you go online and you spend your life, playing online and you just waste away. This is about games that you have beaten 100% and then you go behind, erase all that data, and start all over again. A great example of this, for me at least, and probably quite a few others, is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. This is a game that I have grown up with, that I love and I will always love for various reasons, and it's probably a game that I'm going to continue to play, beat, and erase the data and start all over again. With this game, I've beaten it, I want to say 10 or 11 times so far, and I still play it. It sits in my Nintendo and it does not come out. So it's one of those games for me. The reason why it is that way is because the storyline to me is fantastic. I love the storyline and it has a lot of great memories for me. To me, the storyline is really thought out. It's really well done, and it has great conveyance. You pretty much always know what it is that you're going to be doing next. There's not really numerous amount of times in the game where you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs and thinking, okay, what next? So with that game, there's that, but it's also the memories of it for me. Like I said, I grew up playing that game along with Pokemon, Super Mario Brothers, and so many other games, and that's why I continue to play these games. For Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, that game, I don't have the luxury of having my Super NES anymore, so I play it online every now and again. Pokemon, I still play Blue, Red, Yellow. I have all of them for my Game Boy, and I still play those. And then Ocarina of Time, like I said, I still play. Whenever it comes down to the musical aspect, that is another reason why I play the Ocarina of Time and the Halo series for the Xbox. Ocarina of Time has the best musical score, in my personal opinion, of course. Everyone's going to have their own differing opinions. But for me, the musical score in this was so beautifully done. Every area had different music, and the music wasn't even remotely the same. And somehow, you always got that sense like, okay, this music fits perfectly. I mean it, like Lost Woods. Perfect. Going to the Temple Forest. Oh, wow. That song right there in the Temple Forest, the song that's always playing, that's kind of creepy, but at the same time, just fun. I love it, and that's why I go back to it. With the Halo series, mainly the opening title. Everyone who's played the Halo series knows the opening title and just realizes just awesome. Anytime you play it and you hear other people start singing in, not really that big of an issue. It's really not uncommon. So that's another game that I play for the storyline, the musical aspect of it, and just because it's fun. You go online with your friends, you play, you kill each other, and if they're on your team, you kill each other. You have to. Another aspect that brings me back to the same games over and over again is not necessarily speed runs, but challenging myself. For instance, Pokemon is a great example. I beat them multiple times, and what I like to do is I'll go back and I will try and beat it a little bit faster. Now, of course, I don't really keep track of my time for the games because I just too much like work. Sorry. But I'll go back and I'll see, okay, I was able to beat it in generally, this amount of time. And just for an example, I'll say, okay, I beat it in 2 weeks. Now let's go back and see if I can't beat it in a week and a half. Okay, I beat it in a week and a half. What about a week? And that's what I'll do. And I'll just set those little challenges for myself because it's fun. The artistic value. And this was something that caught my eye, not necessarily with Ocarina of Time, but Fable for the Xbox, the original Fable. When that game was coming out and being marketed and all the commercials and everything, all they were really talking about in that game was the looks of it. They were putting so much hype on the fact that this game is gorgeous. This game looks better than any other game that's out there. And it's true. When that game was released, it was the greatest looking game that anyone had ever seen. You may disagree with that. If you have if you have a alternate game, an alternate game that you think looked better than Fable at that time, let me know. I really do want to know. But for me, it was Fable. Now, another game that's semi-recent, it was for the Xbox 360 and I believe PS3, was Journey. Oh, man, that game, I don't know what it is about that game. It's short. You can beat it in one sitting in about maybe 2 hours. But the looks of that game, fantastic. If you have not had the privilege of playing it, I'd certainly recommend it. It's a very short game. It's very cheap. And it's just a lot of fun. And the storyline is so interesting. Just the concept of what you are and what you're doing and why you're doing it. And the movements, the mechanics of that game are so cool. It's really just an eye-opener. But the last aspect, good grief, that brings me back to games, is the fact that sometimes you're just a fan. I mean, for me, the Halo series, I am just a fan, plain and simple. And when Halo 5 gets released, because we all know it is, we've seen that small little snippet trailer. When that gets released, of course, I'm going to play it. By the time Halo 4 came out, I was working at GameStop, and I asked my boss, hey, can I check this game out? Can I borrow a used copy? And as soon as we got a used copy, I took it. And I played it, and I beat it, and it was awesome. I really did enjoy it. But those are the reasons for me that bring me back to games that I've already beaten 100%. So the storyline, the challenge of beating them faster, the music, the artistic value, the memories, or even just being a fan. So with that, I'm actually going to wrap up this episode. Fairly short episode, I would say. But leave a comment below or shoot me a message to my inbox. Let me know what it is that brings you back to games, or even recommend me a game to look into and tell me why it is you continue to play it. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video, because I already have the question given to me by a friend, and I will be making that video tomorrow, and I'll be able to put it out, and it'll be just awesome. We'll keep this series going, and be sure to subscribe if you have not already. And leave any feedback. If there's something you want to see different in the videos, or if you want me to talk about something different, just let me know. And don't forget, leave your question that you want me to answer. The questions do not have to be video game related. They can be related to anything. I don't care. I will answer any question you have. So, thanks for watching this video. Thank you for your time. Subscribe if you liked it, and just keep an eye out for tomorrow's video, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.